the brave and the beautiful. Cesur leaves the bustling metropolis and moves to a small village. While no one suspects why, in fact, Cesur was forced to come to a remote area where no one was waiting for him. His first acquaintance is a young and attractive girl Suphan. She just toy dreams of finally finding a charming husband. Who begins to watch the series, get acquainted with the real secrets that bind them together for decades. In fact, the couple will never be happy, as between the fathers have been at odds for a long time. After discovering that their families are fiercely opposed to each other, no one has any idea where fate would lead to. The boys themselves, trying to do their best to distance themselves from their problems and never break up. But the man had his own plans to finally get revenge on his father's rival, where at one point, he could destroy him. The clash. Police officer Kadir feels guilty about the death of his wife and daughter. He decides to commit suicide by causing a car accident. In doing so, he changes not only his life but also the lives of 3 other people on the road. Kadir Adali is a captain of the crime-fighting unit of the Istanbul Crime Suppression Unit. Kadir feels responsible for what happened and can't bear the pain. Kadir sets up a car accident where besides him, 3 other people are killed. Zeynep is a bank employee whose daughter Layla was kidnapped through her husband's fault. Semra is her lawyer who helps to find the girl. Karim is a thief and a poor guy who's recently out of prison and wants a fresh start. After a car accident, fate will never separate them again. The heroes have a lot to overcome and together to build their lives together. Seyit and Alexandra. The main characters of the series are a royal officer and his lover. While attending an event, Seyit met a 16-year-old beautiful Alexandra, who was born and raised in an aristocratic family. The young people fell in love at first sight, after which the Turkish officer went to the front, which at the time passed through mountainous terrain. In the hard war time, their feelings were tested and only became stronger. The series tells the story of 2 lovers. As fate would have it, Kurt and Alexandra find themselves in Petrograd. They are in danger, but even in such a difficult time, the young people are thinking of getting married. When the news reaches Seyit's father, he expresses his strong objection to the marriage of his Muslim son to a Christian girl. Menekse and Halil. Menekşe, a 20-year-old girl whose family emigrated from Turkey to Germany many years ago, falls in love with a young man named Halil, until Menekşe is hit with the terrible news that she will soon be given in marriage to Mustafa. To marry Mustafa, her older brother's army friend. Events then unfold in increasingly dramatic and exciting ways: an unhappy wedding, the fateful escape to Istanbul, the cruel revenge for the girl's honor. Silver. The story is about the Cinderella of our time, resilient and wise enough to seize the chance given to her by life. The story is about how to build your own destiny and find yourself at the top of success. Ezell. Omar was happy. Then he fell in love with a girl. He was going to marry her when he came back from the army. Everything was fine, but suddenly Omar found himself in jail for murder. Everything disappeared in an instant. He'd been betrayed, framed, played a terrible game. His favorite girl Ayşen, his best friend Cengiz, and Ali, who was his older brother, they all had something to do with it. Omar could not find answers to the questions that tormented him. He lost hope until he met a man in prison who changed his life. Omar died in prison, but Ezell was born, a man with a different face and a different name. He's ready to take revenge on the men who took everything from him, but first he must kill the immortal inside him. This immortal love that won't let him go. TV series, The Enemy of Love. This is the story of one family in which 3 daughters live peacefully. The series tells the story of Bari and her 3 beautiful daughters, whom she forbade to fall in love. Bari lived a difficult life and hated men, so she buried her love deep in the ground. She also told her daughters to do the same because she doesn't want them to suffer because of men too. Bari gave a lot of strength, patience, and love to raise her children well. They always felt their mother's love and support. However, life is such that almost everyone makes their own mistakes and learns from bitter experiences. The youngest Inci meets a handsome young doctor, Uygar. The young people fall in love with each other, but they can't be together. Inci is an enemy of love because of her mother, and Uygar has traumas from his childhood and has avoided love all his life, but the heart can't command it. Will you watch this series? Please write in the comments.